Everybody has an opinion on how the champion should be chosen. I'll tell you about it next. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Professor Lars and this is Hitting the Wall Racing. Took the last couple days off. Got a little bit of a chest cold going on. I had to let my voice rest, but I'm back. And we're going to be talking about some things that's been going on in the NASCAR world. As you know, since we have crowned a champion, of course, my driver, I'm going to brag a little bit here. My driver, Joey Logano, he won the 2024 championship. This is the 22 championship shirt. But he won the 2024 championship. And ever since, people have kind of been up in arms about how NASCAR chooses their champion. Contrary to 2003, when fans wanted more wins rather than consistency from their champion, when Matt Kenseth won one race to win that championship in 2003, now fans are saying we want more consistency. We want the regular season to mean more in the season. So, everybody has come out with their opinion. A lot of people think we should go back to the old Winston Cup points system. Now, the Winston Cup point system, as much as I enjoyed the full season of points racing, there were times when it could get boring. Drivers would hang back. They would figure out, all right, I got this huge points lead. Let's hang back. You know, I can finish 14th in every race, and that's where I'll do. 10 to 14, that's where I'll hang out at, and I'll win the championship. And for a lot of people, that it worked. It worked for Dale Earnhardt 7 times. But the old point system, it was complicated. There were huge gaps in between one space and the other. You had 5 bonus points for leading the most lap, 5 for leading a lap. It got confusing. And eventually I'm going to do a video on, if they do go back to a point system, what I think that point system should look like. Kevin Harvick on his happy hour show the other day mentioned that he would like to see the regular season champion get some type of reward other than what they're giving them now. He thinks that you should take the top 4 in points and give them buys to certain rounds in the playoffs. So he thinks that the champion should go to championship 4. Regular season champion, you should go to championship 4 and not have to worry about the other rounds. Second place, he'll go to the round of 8. He'll get a bye until then. Don't have to worry about those other rounds. Third place, round of 12, and so on and so forth. So, pretty good idea. I like it. Puts more emphasis on doing better in the regular season points. Probably puts more emphasis on winning more races than just trying to qualify for the playoffs. So I kind of like that idea. But Mike Joy, he had an interesting idea as well.
Giving somebody a bye in the first round of the playoffs or the second round of the playoffs really doesn't help. In the first round, you're only going to eliminate 4 out of the 16, and in the second round, only 4 out of the 12. If I was going to make a change, I would somehow find a way to create a golden ticket that a driver could use to advance in one round or the next.
So a very interesting idea by Mike Joy, kind of the Joey Logano effect, I'll have to say. Joey Logano got lucky. I will say that all day long. He got lucky to be put back in the playoff race. The 48 car, underweight, got disqualified. Joey was put back in. Way I kind of see that is make weight. You know, be legal in order to move on in the playoffs. Joey, he got lucky. And Hendrick Motorsports knew they were caught. I don't know if they were trying to cheat, but they knew that they were caught underweight, didn't even appeal that. But Mike Joy's theory is a golden ticket. You know, I don't know how you would give out that golden ticket. Maybe you win a particular race during the season. You win the Coca-Cola 600. You win at Talladega. Maybe you win the Daytona 500. That could give you the golden ticket to where if you got eliminated in a race, that you could use that golden ticket, well, you're back in and you're still racing for the playoffs. Of course, the dynamics would change in the points, trying to get into the next round. You would be eliminating 5 that round instead of 4. And if you did Kevin Harvick's, it would be 2. And I need a Band-Aid for my finger for yeah, we're going into we're going down a rabbit hole here, but I kind of like it. I really do. You would have to figure out a lot of stuff with that, but I do kind of like Mike Joy's idea on having a golden ticket for a driver who didn't make a round. Hey, here's my golden ticket. I'm back in. Speaking of arguments that have started from deciding how the champion should be crowned, Larry McReynolds gave his opinion on the 2311 Front Row Motorsports lawsuit against NASCAR. If you remember, a few months back, Denny Hamlin accused Larry McReynolds of giving false information about their lawsuit. Of course, all this stems from an argument that Denny and Larry Mack had on X. Larry was talking about somebody not winning a race and winning the championship, and then Denny clapped back at him about that, and then Denny led into him about some of the information that Larry had been giving out about the lawsuit. And he said, oh, and if you could stop spreading disinformation to your listeners about our lawsuit, I would really appreciate it. Thanks. Ooh, cold words there. But I don't know if he's been spreading misinformation, but he has definitely been giving his opinion about the lawsuit. Giving everything that's been going on with the injunction, with NASCAR's filing to dismiss the lawsuit, Larry McReynolds gave his opinion on track overtime on Sirius XM radio.
Honestly, at the end of the day, I'm starting to get concerned about the whole front row and the whole 2311 deal, because this thing, based on what little I know, based on what I hear and what people explain, it just does not sound like it's going in their favor. I think when it's all said and done, Danielle, I know I'm probably going down a rabbit hole. I just think 2311 Front Row is going to regret the day they ever did this. I've not backed down from my stance on this, Danielle, and I'm sure if you did a private conversation off the record with the other 13 owners, the ones that signed this agreement, probably most of them or all of them would tell you there's a lot of things that could be better for us as owners in this sport. But as I've heard some of them say, it's not bad. We can build our business and our program around what we've got.
And you know what? I think Larry McReynolds is 100% correct. Just from the outside looking in and all the reports that are coming out about this, it doesn't look good for 2311 and Front Row Motorsports. Their initial injunction was denied. They're asking that they be put back in as charters. They're wanting these charter purchases that they're getting from Stewart-Haas Racing to go through. NASCAR has already said no. No, we're not doing that. We're not allowing these charters to go through. And NASCAR right now has the power to decide that. Unless a judge agrees to put Front Row and 2311 back in as charter teams and makes an order that NASCAR has to let the Stewart-Haas Racing charter purchases go through, there's no way they're getting those charters. Front Row Motorsports, as Larry said they were going to bring in a third driver, have not announced that yet. 2311, they brought in Riley Herbst for a third car. They do have a sponsor for it, Monster Energy. Of course, Monster Energy, they sponsor a lot of cars in the Cup Series and also in the Xfinity Series as well. But they can you imagine being Riley Herbst thinking, what did I get myself into? This is my first Cup ride. I don't have a charter. Now that car has to qualify, and all the other cars, as a matter of fact, too, they have to qualify on time. They have to legitimately make the race. The other cars, if they don't have a fast enough time, of course, everybody's trying to win the pole. Everybody's trying to qualify as best they can. But if they don't have it that day for qualifying, they got that charter to fall back on. The other cars, maybe not, depending on how many cars are trying to start that race. So I kind of have to agree with Larry Mack. This is just not looking good at all for 2311 and Front Row Motorsports. Now, I could be wrong. There could be some stuff in that redacted information that sways the judge. But if there were other teams involved with this, if other teams had said, we're going to stand with 2311 and Front Row Motorsports, I'd probably be more inclined to believe them. However, as Larry Mack said, a lot of those teams, they looked at the agreement and said, you know what? Yeah, it's not what we wanted, but we can do business with this. We can make money with this. Let's go racing. It's not as egregious as we think it is. So we're going to have to wait and see what the judge says as time goes on with this lawsuit. And in other news, RFK Racing, they released their paint scheme for the BuildSubmarine.com cars. All 3 cars will carry this paint scheme at some point during the season. Looks really, really good with the black, green, and white. I love the sonar / radar screen that's on the front. Really, really sharp cars. I really like this paint scheme. Good job to whoever designed it for RFK Racing. A really, really good, sharp-looking paint scheme. If you like this video, give it a like. If you like what I'm doing overall, hit that subscribe button with a notification bell so you don't miss anything. We're on a push for 500 subscribers. We're right now about 209. So we got a while to go, but 500 is my next goal. Of course, the ultimate goal is to grow it as big as we can. So if you like it, give it a like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.